There's a ton of information out there about the VA home loan that is just absolutely not correct, especially going into 2022 when things are always changing, things are constantly adapting, but always trying to help military service members, whether they're still active duty or veterans, be able to use their VA home loan benefit to claim home ownership here, right, in the United States, the land that we defend, right? So in this video, we're actually going to be talking about 5 myths about the VA home loan that you may not know already, whether this is your first time or your second, third, fourth, whatever many times it may be in this video right now. What's going on? Welcome to your military PCS guide channel. On this channel, we're making sure that you know everything about your PCS to your next duty station. We talk about the do's, the don'ts, the local area, and what to expect, and getting you in contact with our team of local specialists who can help ease that transition, make it a little less stressful. We'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. It helps anybody else be able to find this information that's PCSing around the country. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell so that you get notified every time that we upload a new video on this channel. And look, our team talks to so many military service members just like you that are reaching out every single day, and we absolutely love it. If you're PCSing and looking to get in contact with a trusted local specialist such as myself or a member of our team around the nation, you've got to reach out. You can shoot us a text, you can give us a call, you can send us an email with the information right here on the screen. You can even schedule a Zoom with us using the link down in the description below. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when PCSing to your next duty station.
Another common misconception about the VA loan is that it can only be used once. This is incorrect. You can use the VA loan as many times as you'd like, as long as your full entitlement is restored or you have a partial remaining entitlement. The way you do these things is with a previous VA loan. Let's say you've already purchased a home, the VA is going to put an entitlement charge on your certificate of eligibility for that first purchase, and that entitlement charge is going to be based off of your original loan amount. Now, you may have remaining entitlement or second tier entitlement where you have enough entitlement on your VA COE to purchase again without selling that home or refinancing that home out of VA to conventional. You can also sell that home or do a conventional refinance, which pays off that VA loan and starts a new loan, and now you have free VA entitlement. So this would be a way that you can use your VA loan again. There's many times that veterans and active duty service members own multiple homes with multiple VA loans at the same time, or maybe they've sold those homes and then moved on to a new duty station and purchased again with their VA loan. Another myth about the VA loan is that there is a loan limit on your VA loan, or in other words, a limit on the amount that you can purchase a home for with the VA loan. This used to be the case. However, as of January 1st, 2020, with the Blue Water Act, the loan limit is now gone. So there is no loan limit on the VA loan. So in other words, if you qualify for that loan based on credit and income and the other factors that go into qualifying for a loan, you can get a VA loan for that amount with no cap on that.
Number 3 on our list is going to be that no money is required to use your VA home loan benefit. Okay, now a lot of times we'll hear a zero down loan, right? That's one of the things that the VA is known for, is being a little bit more lenient for military service members, but having a zero down option. Yes, the zero down option is true, but does that mean that you can go and buy a home with absolutely no cost to you? Not necessarily. There's other things that come into play. There's other factors, right? Depending on which state it is, right? The state, the duty station, where the duty station is, and the state, there's certain things that are different, like the legal terms, right? They all change to buy on the state. For instance, in Hawaii, there's no option that you can't have a termite inspection. Termites are big out in Hawaii. It's a big thing, and you have to have the termite inspection completed on your home. That is also something that is paid for by the seller of the home and cannot be paid for by the buyer, right, using the VA home loan benefit. Just certain things that vary from state to state. So now, that is a cost to the seller that we mentioned. What are some costs to you then, since that's what we're talking about, no money being required? Well, in certain states, you're going to have what's called an earnest money deposit, which if your offer is accepted in certain states and cases, then you're going to have a certain amount of time frame. It's usually right after acceptance, within the first time frame of 3 to 5 days, whatever the case may be, how it's written in your contract, that you're going to have to deposit earnest money into the trust fund that is created by title and escrow. That's the first one. Now, if you're having the home inspected, this is also a cost to you, because this is your due diligence to protect your investment or your purchase, right? So when the inspector comes in, the inspector gets hired, and this is also a cost to you, right? Because this is your due diligence. This is you protecting you. So this may be anywhere around $500, depending on the size of the home and certain things and packages, depending on who the inspector is, that comes in and looks at the home and tells you what they saw, right? A professional inspector, a licensed inspector comes in and they're looking at the home and they're going through, they're testing all the appliances, they're looking at the roof, the foundation, they're looking at all these things to help you protect your investment. That's one of the costs that can come to you. There's another cost, but this one's actually for the seller, right? That sometimes in certain situations can help. But paying the HOA documents. If the home is in an HOA, this is a cost to the seller to provide you those documents to review. Okay. Coming up, one of the biggest things is closing cost. Closing cost can vary. It can really vary depending on third-party fees, the lender fees, depending on who it is that you're getting your loan from. But it can really, really vary, okay? So you want to have money ready for closing costs. Now there's certain things that can be done depending on who it is that you get your home loan from, but there are going to be closing costs for you because title and escrow has to be paid, right? If your lender has fees, third-party fees, all these things have to be paid. So there's going to be some closing costs. One of the costs that usually, typically, as far as I know across the nation, isn't a cost to you, is having an agent represent you as the buyer. Across the nation, typically speaking, buyer's agents are a free service to you and are compensated by the seller. So this is not a cost to you to use a buyer's agent. So if you were to be PCSing where I'm located and you say, hey Ryan, I would love to have you represent me as my agent, great, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you trust me or a member of our team to have one of your biggest purchases in our hands, right? Writing your contracts for you and looking out for your best interest. That is a service that is free to you because the seller is what pays our commission as buyer's agents, not necessarily sellers, right? So those are some costs that you definitely need to be aware of when it comes to using your VA home loan and understanding that it is not necessarily going to make or cost you $0 to purchase that home. Quick interrupt while you're enjoying this video. I wanted to go ahead and let you know that on this channel we do have tons of other videos giving you help about these communities, whether you're PCSing to Hawaii, California, Texas, North Carolina, all around the nation. Tons of information on this channel. And so if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the like button. It helps any other military PCSing members be able to find this information. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so that you get notified anytime that we upload a new video on this channel. Tons of playlists and things helping you make that PCS transition a lot easier. Number 4 on our list of myths, right, that we're busting here is that you can purchase investment properties with your VA home loan. So in some ways, this is true. In some ways, this is false. So here's what I mean by that. You can only purchase primary residence households with your VA home loan. You can only purchase primary residence households with your VA home loan. Primary residence, okay? Now, that's not to say that you can't live in it for a year, fix it up while you're in there, refi it, get it off your VA entitlement, move out of it, and then use it as a rental property and have rental income on that property. That is something that is very doable, and that is something that not only did we do, my parents have done, those types of things. It's a great investment strategy, especially because you're already going to be at that duty station. So it's a matter of what you are willing to deal with and how much you can afford and all those types of things, right? Everybody's situation is different. But so you can't necessarily purchase an investment property with your VA home loan because that becomes then a secondary residence and not your primary residence, right, in terms of terminology. So just keep that in mind. It is for primary residence, okay? So this is just off topic a little bit, but investment strategy because we're talking about using it to purchase an investment property. So let's say, for instance, that you are PCSing to Fort Sam in San Antonio, okay? and you want to buy a property in San Antonio and you're going to live in that property for the time that you're in San Antonio. Okay, you're buying that property as your primary residence. Okay, you take the time to, take care of the home, make some updates to it, increase the value, all that good stuff. Comes time for you to PCS, now you have a decision. You can sell the home or you can hold onto the home, right, and rent it out. And then in which case, because of your orders, which is relieving you of your time at that duty station and going to your next one, you would then be able to rent out that property, which it is will no longer be your primary residence. Now there's certain things that if you want to get it off of your VA entitlement charge and you want to refi it to a conventional loan, you very well can, or look into that, I will say. There's things, I won't say you can because there's certain variables and things, right? But you can look into that option, right? Or you can do the IRRRL, which is the VA refi, right? Which then will help also clear up the entitlement charge for when you do decide to move MPCS. You don't decide to move, you're told to move, but purchase at your next duty station. So this question's a little tricky, gets a little funky, right? And this is something we can talk about on our calls. So now we just remember primary residence, okay? You can't go and purchase an Airbnb in a state that because you looked at the numbers and it's gonna do well and you're not even there, right? It's not gonna work out like that. So definitely want to make sure that we have that conversation and you understand sort of the strategies and things that come into play with primary residence.
Another myth about the VA loan is that you have to have a high credit score in order to use your VA loan to purchase a home. This is not true. So the VA does not have a minimum credit score requirement. And in fact, the VA really looks at the VA home loan more as a veteran benefit as opposed to a loan product. And when I say that, really what I mean is they don't have a lot of really restrictive requirements. They're intentionally very vague, and their requirements appear to be lax, and they leave that to the lender to decide what the minimum FICO, DTI, other things that go into your overall qualification for a VA loan is. So bottom line, talk to your lender, figure out what their minimum credit score requirement is. Often it's going to be lower than other loan products such as conventional, FHA, and USDA.
Those are 5 myths that we just debunked about the VA home loan benefit, which is, of course, if you are eligible, you have at your disposal, right, to help purchase maybe your next home or your second or your third, because you can use it multiple times, right? And we talked about the VA entitlement charge and all those types of things. But if you are PCSing to your next duty station and you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We can help make this process a lot less stressful. We can cover anything in this video and a lot more about the communities that you may be heading to. So don't hesitate to reach out. You can shoot us a text, you can send us an email, you can give us a call, you can even schedule your own Zoom appointment with us using the link down in the description below. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when PCSing to your next duty station. On this channel, we got tons of other videos, tons of other content that are just about the local areas in some of these communities, depending on which duty station it is across the nation. Tons of videos like that and more on this channel. They're going to start popping up for you right now.